Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Legacy of Leaders. I'm Grace Hooks and I'm joined today by my co-host, Mr. John Chappelear.
Hi everyone.
How are you doing?
Here. Thank you. I'm doing fine. Thank you very much. Good to be here.
Yeah, good to be here. Good to have you. So would you like to introduce our guest for us today?
Sure. Louis Valliere is here. Good to see you, Lou.
Yeah.
And he has he's a serial entrepreneur. He's got more ideas than, he's been sitting here for 5 minutes and I'm already exhausted. So it's, but I've never seen anybody with as many different ways to accomplish what he's attempting to do, which is to wipe out the concept of hate and build connections and that kind of thing. And so we want to replace hate. We talked a little earlier about the fact that that's the kind of stuff I've been working on too. So we're very similar in two perspective on the same issue, bringing people better together, engagement, connection, that kind of thing. So my thinking is if something as powerful as replace hate is something that was viable in your mind at one point, what was it that caused that to sort of get it? What was the impetus to get that started?
Well, the replace hate aspect is actually a fairly recent naming change, because I set up originally, well, I've had a lot of business names, but I started doing calendar. My grandkids started it all, if I can start with that. Most of our grandkids live in California, where we used to live. Okay. So we only get to see them a couple times a year. Yeah. So I started sending them, I developed calendars, holidays du jour calendars from Grandma Dean and Grandpa Lou. And I sent to them every month. And to make the calendars, they're all family friendly, but to make the calendars more of a keeper, I put 2 quotes inside there. Okay. Because I started posting quotes back in 2010, which is when I started the Twitter account, those quotes. Because I figured everyone's doing one quote. And my view is that if a little's okay, more is better, and too much is just right.
Exactly.
So that's my thing. So I made those quotes. And so I was doing them for years, every month. And then I decided that, well, I want to have them more exposure. So I put them on T-shirts. So I put them on T-shirts, mugs, stuff just to send them, to have them share the wisdom. Sure. And then I realized that when schools closed down for COVID, I converted all the quotes I'd collected. I collected thousands of quotes that I'd used in my online social media posts. And when COVID closed down their schools, I converted them all to workbooks. Okay. The age ranges. Well, so I converted the age ranges to workbooks. And just so they can do the math, because they're going to calculate the age 8 times. They're going to go all the way around. They're going to do it again, the same ages for the rest of that team.
Notice how much faster they go?
Well, exactly. Yeah. And they're doing it more in their mind. Now I just set up an app that does that too. Because I have the Cipher Wisdom, because I developed the Easy Math Wisdom, showed them to my stepson, Rocky, in California. And he asked if I did Cipher Wisdoms. So I said, I do now. So then I developed Cipher Wisdoms, which is taking the same 52 teams of 8 quotes, antique wisdoms, and put them into cipher quotes. Okay. So you got to dequote it to figure out what the wisdom is. So when you do these, especially on the app version, you're getting a dopamine rush because you got a puzzle. It's a challenge. Right. Exactly. You're the dopamine rush, you're getting it right. Then the message itself explains more. And I set them up on calendars. And
so I take it you're sort of a visual guy.
Yes. Yes, very. Yes. Left-handed visual.
No, I got it. Left-handed visual. It's the same way. We got the same hair. We're just a little more dynamic in the front here.
I used to have long hair in my old days. So I tell people I still parted down the middle.
That's part of
it. Yeah, exactly.
It's easy. It's gotten wider. It's the best way to do it.
It's not more hair. It's just more face.
Yeah. So I did the calendars. Then I did the Easy Math Wisdoms. Okay. Then I did the Cipher Wisdoms. Right. And then I decided, what else can I do next? Because I had 52 teams of 8. In fact, that's my Replace Hate Manifesto.
Right. But, I went over this morning. It's really something.
And then I got 52 teams of 8. And with this graphic, you can enlarge it.
Show it that way.
Yeah. You can enlarge it because it's 50. Let me put it up so you can see what it looks like when you download it. Come on. This is not happening because I'm nervous.
You don't expect that to work.
Yeah, exactly. Here, do you? So there's 52. That's one image you can download from e3me.us or I got 500 domain names. You'll see them all. You can expand it. I like turning it sideways and expanding because you can see the whole quote. So you probably can't. We can cut them in or whatever. But there's 52 teams of 8 antique wisdoms. They've all passed the test of time to encourage, educate, or entertain generations for centuries, is my view.
It's great.
So that's why I did the motivational education, because these are all, when I collected them initially for the social post, it wasn't to replace hate. It was just, I like this because it's encouraging, because I've been in sales and marketing most of my life. So I like the encouraging, I like the educational, and I'm a wise guy by nature.
Really?
Oh,
of course.
I'll tell you something.
We'll never get out of here.
Oh, yeah.
It is going to take a long time.
Yeah. But I'd set up a. I'm nervous again.
That's okay. Nervous is good.
But I'd set up the domains, and I'd. This is terrible.
That's okay.
You can edit this out, I hope.
I've got a thought here to bring us back. How about this? You thought of something. I mean, is replacing hate really realistic, or can we just sort of learn to deal with it, or just behave in a certain way, or can we actually replace it?
I think we can, because there are 2 types of people in the world. You got people that are dominion, which is, and it's a dog eat dog world, and it's domination. And then you got people that are affinity oriented, which is helping people. If you raise one person, it's like the second quote on my team, on the first team. If you're going to lift yourself up, lift up someone else.
Right. By
Booker T. Washington. And that's actually one of my mottos. I've got a lot of mottos, and I'm glad I'm glad I'm scared of tattoos, because I'd be covered. But the quotes are important, and so when I went through them, I didn't collect them for that mission statement. But when I started looking at them, they are geared towards making people understand each other better. We're all different. We got to accept that. And there's one of the quotes on there that really threw me off. It's toleration is good for all, or it's good for none. Because I am a progressive person. I'm an affinity person. So when I see a lot of animosity being thrown around at other people or other races just because they're not your race, or they're not from your hometown, that's not fair. That's not humanity.
Right.
I'm not a religious person, but that's not biblical in any way. It's not for the social good. And society has always evolved for the social good. Otherwise, we still be either slaves or slave owners. That's not fair. But at the time, that's what they understood. We're beyond that. We're moving forward. So I want to get these words of wisdom, plant seeds of wisdom is our goal.
Absolutely.
And I'm setting up a franchise network called Freedom Farmers, or Wisdom Farmers. And it's going to be, we're going to offer all this stuff for free, because we do them all free downloads at the website, Guide to Life, ReplaceHate.com, Stop to Think, Motivational Education. If you go to anyone, you'll link to all of them. But if you go to Wisdom Farmers, you'll see a lot of the domain partner websites that I'm going to offer to rent out to sell our services. And we're going to give them all the free educational materials for spelling, because there's Cipher Wisdoms is how, when you learn to read, it's called decoding. So that's all this is decoding on a better level. And you're giving them the answers. And I've actually gone through a couple different revisions, because since the ciphers were originally my steps on Rocky's idea, the first cipher code key was Rocky's idea. And then I changed it to Cipher Wisdom. And then I changed it to Cipher Wisdom Ball, because when I put in when I had double digits on, like in that book, it's got the Cipher Wisdom. So there's still some double digits. Then there's some confusion when people are figuring out, is it going to be 1 digit or 2 digits? So I said, I got to get rid of the double digits. So I just did that. Cipher Wisdom Vault worked. And then I just used reversing the available letters.
Well, it's
total gibberish when you look at it. But if you have the code key,
it translates.
Exactly. And you're going to feel good about doing it. And you're going to feel good about accomplishing it and the message.
Absolutely.
Well, in running companies my whole life, the number one goal has always been clear, achievable goals.
Exactly.
So if you can set a goal for somebody and make them achievable,
everybody can do this.
You feel so much better when you're successfully accomplished it. It's just the way it is.
In fact, we've actually designed it. I took the same quotes, and they're in learning to read. For elementary school.
Yes, sure.
There's three. There's easy Cipher Wisdoms, which is elementary oriented. Cipher Wisdoms is adult oriented, and then Senior Ciphers is geared towards seniors for cognitive exercise, which is very important, which I can identify with. We all need it. It helps us throughout. But growing up, or when you get older, it definitely makes a difference, because what's important for that market especially is that they've got a sense of accomplishment. These are all quotes, since they're all public domain, centuries old. These are things that they probably heard of before.
Mhm.
So that's going to bring back memories.
Right.
And what I'm trying to do, I'm actually trying to set up a contest called Viral Rivalry,
Okay.
where we're having college students or seniors or whatever
Fight to create a
compete,
more
yeah,
viral
compete each other. We'll
post.
compete. They pick a random quote out of all the team or a spinning wheel. Then both teams have to decode it. Then they have to do the math equations to figure out the average age. We may exclude that because that's not for everybody, but it's in there for the school markets. And then this we'll do speed reading, but they have to define it.
Yeah.
And I've got all the quotes defined. If you go to the app or even the hard copies, there'll be a reference to a number. But it gives you the Claude definition, a 3-minute definition of that quote. What the history was of the quoter, or quoterer, as I call them, because I make up words.
I got it.
And there's a contest on the website about why I use that ER.
Okay.
There's a reason for it. I got several contests on there. My favorite quote should be obvious, and it will be when you look at the teams, because it's repeated 8 times on the first.
That's usually
once
the
each time.
giveaway.
Well, originally, like I said, it started out with those quotes. Then it went to 8, octo 8. Then it went to 24 teams of 8, and then I naturally had to go to 52 because I play cards all the time. My wife and I play cribbage every night.
Very
Wow.
good.
That's our thing. So I'm always dealing with 52s and calendars and stuff. So I developed 52 weeks. So we've got all these different contests that people can do and win shirts on, win coffee mugs.
And then where again can people find your information as we start to wrap?
ReplaceHate.org will take them that'll link them to everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
The app I just renamed, it's howwiseareyou.com, but the abbreviation is HWAY.app. So it looks like highway.app. So it's the highway to wiser and kinder.
Okay.
Well, let's
And
make
it's
them
using
all
codes and letters and speed reading.
Let's get people out there paying attention to how to be wiser and kinder.
Absolutely.
We have to plant seeds of wisdom to grow anything.
Right.
And
For
it's
sure.
little seeds, like little deeds, go to flowers or to weeds. I'm messing up the quotes again because
That's
I'm
okay.
nervous, but I'll claim old.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you
It has
for
been
having
lovely to talk to you and learn more about what ReplaceHate.org is doing. And I love this stuff as somebody who likes to do codes and stuff like that, and like little tasks. Like it's fun. It's really fun and it's educational, and I'm excited to see where it goes and do the competition.
Easy to do. Anybody can do it.
Exactly.
And that's a good thing, because if it's something that they can't do, they're going to get frustrated. But once they can do it, because I'm giving them the answers right there.
That's right.
It's easy.
All I got to do is just connect the dots.
Yeah.
They're right there. The answers are just got to put them in the right spot.
It's perfect.
So it's a great way to learn spelling.
I had a teacher that did this when I was in class.
Puzzles are
lovely.
It gave you
Exactly.
the answers,
They're really
and
great.
so you could determine whether you were right immediately.
Yep.
And it was amazing. And then kids are excited about taking the test instead of, oh my God, not another test.
And the apps we just did, we just put out, those tell you if you're right. If you type in the right, when you do calculate the age, because you have to go around the quoters first.
Right.
And then you go down to the bottom part to figure averages and stuff. But it tells you if you're right or wrong as you go along.
It's perfect.
So if you're doing it, if it's red, then you got to go back and refigure the math. But
Well, Lou, thanks so much.
It's fun.
It's been great. It's been great.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Appreciate it.
much.
I need to find my tribe.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking for.
It's out there.
You'll find it.
We'll make sure we
Yeah.
We'll make sure we get them sent to you.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Thank you.
John, thank you for joining me today.
I'm glad to be here.
I'm happy to
Looking
have
forward to
you.
the next show.
Absolutely. And viewers, thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Legacy of Leaders. For more information, you can head on over to thedailynewsnetwork.com and we'll have it all right there. We'll see you in the next episode.